My friends, we have finally made it to the final installment of the Enfants, Déprimés versus Chrome Hearts trilogy matchup. No, wait, this is the fourth video I've made. I've milked the hell out of this concept, but this I think is the most interesting one yet, because today we're going to be looking at Enfants, Déprimés accessories, and I am in love with the brand's accessories, but we've been pitting them head to head with Chrome Hearts, and I mean, this is where Chrome Hearts is at their absolute best. So we've got the best fight to go off right here. We're going to be taking a look at jewelry, sunglasses, shoes, belts. We've got some really sick stuff. I think the sickest pieces of the entire series. So without further ado, let's dive in. But first, if you don't subscribe to the channel, I really will be a depressed rich kid, so help me out there. And also, if you really like luxury clothing but you don't like paying full price, check the links in the description, get some money off on me. Now let's check out some e.r.d. clothes, shall we? Alright, I think we need to start off with jewelry. We have two pieces to look at here, and they come in these really nice little leather cases here. Looks like handmade leather, hand stitched. Got a little branded button right there. Holding this up to the mic. You got some silver in here, some 925 sterling silver pieces. First up, we are going to look at a bracelet right here. This is a rose. I'll hold it up right there. I love this so much. It is incredibly ornate. Like, every petal of this rose flares out in a perfect way. There's thorns on it that are legitimately quite sharp. They've done some great detailing there. The leaves on the stem have a little flaying. They're kind of uneven or serrated. I don't know exactly what you'd call it. Even the bottoms of the leaves are detailed perfectly. It's just some really, really, really good craftsmanship here, and it impressed the hell out of me when I first saw this. This is where we get into one issue though, because e.r.d, their stuff, I'd say, really is made for skinny-ish people. It's unfortunate, or maybe not. I mean, they're intentionally very exclusive, but if you had a wrist, I think, any bigger than mine, and I'm a small guy. I am fairly skinny. I have quite small wrists. It is skin tight on me once you get this on, as you're gonna see. So sizing-wise, you've got to be careful, but sterling silver rose bracelet, once you put it on, looks incredible. The detail is amazing. I just really, really love this piece. And going up against Chrome Hearts, look, this is their bread and butter. Chrome Hearts jewelry, it's their single best category, I think. And I don't know if e.r.d will ever be able to beat it. I just don't. I mean, they can come very close, but I think Enfants, Déprimés, they just don't make enough jewelry to really compete. The history and the breadth of what Chrome Hearts has to offer is just kind of unbeatable, but that doesn't mean this isn't an incredible piece anyway. And the next piece I want to look at is really sick. This right here is a ring, also 925 sterling silver, and I don't know if you can really tell what's going on here, but this is actually a belt. Yeah, it is. It's a full buckle with a little mini rose on it. It's got the iron cross carved in there, and then it's got the kind of belt loop and then these chains that go around the sides. And once again, the detail on here is next level. They've gotten in really, really carefully and put a lot of thought into how they're doing this one. If you look on the back, they even got the e.r.d logo acronym pressed into the inside. And again, I just really love the attention to detail here. This is a size 10. It fits perfectly on my pointer finger. And I think at this point, it is my favorite ring just because it's so unique. Anyone that sees it, they get up close and they actually realize what it is, it blows their mind. And as we get further into this video, there's something else that's gonna blow your mind. This is kind of a bit of foreshadowing to later in the video, which I'm very excited for. And once again, I'm not going to belabor this point because we just talked about Chrome Hearts jewelry. Chrome Hearts rings are iconic. They're respected by pretty much everyone. So again, I don't think it's a fair fight, but this is an incredible piece. This This single piece I would put up against pretty much any other single Chrome Hearts piece. It's just the history you can't compete with. All right, now let's move to a different category and let's talk about shoes. Hey, you like that reveal? I like it, the little logo on the box here. But once you get into the box, you've got 2 dust bags here with the logo printed on them, just like a black nylon, very nice. And the shoes themselves, yes, I'm a big fan of these. So these are the Adolescent high top sneakers, very clearly modeled off like some Vans old schools or half cabs. I always forget which is which, but it's the e.r.d. take on some Vans. And Enfants, Déprimés, they've done their own collaborations with Vans or like custom Vans. I don't know exactly what the business deal of that is, if it was an official collaboration, but this is the brand taking it in-house and doing their own personal interpretation of it. They're incredibly clean. They're not ostentatious, not heavily branded. It's a really nice deep black suede. You've got leather lining inside, so it's just much better made than your usual pair of Vans. You've got like a DBoss logo at the tongue. And then other than that, it's pretty simple. At the bottom, you've got an iron cross with the brand name inside of it, and then it's kind of like cobbled ceiling tile sole down here. But the shoe itself, very clean, like creeper style skate sole, pull tab at the back. But here's the thing, I may offend some people here, but I've never been a huge fan of Chrome Hearts footwear. Obviously, they've got some very interesting customs and like collaborations with Rick Owens stuff, but your normal middle of the line Chrome Heart shoes don't do much for me. So while these are fairly simple and fairly clean, like if you know you know kind of things, Enfants, Déprimés, they do some wild shoes like the Midnight Western boots, the Winona Derbies. I really love all the shoes that they've been creating, so I think e.r.d. actually takes the win in that matchup. All right, moving right along, let's talk sunglasses. Yes, these are the collaborative pair that e.r.d. did with Terry Lazary, and these are the Isolar Sunglasses. So we've got a really nice cream box here on the back. You've got some nosebleeds going on, a very classic brand trope. Once you get inside, you've got a hard shell box, and even in that, you've got a little dust bag here, again with the same branding, the co-branding, and on the back, the nosebleeds. And then inside here, you have the sunglasses themselves. These are a black pair here with rose-tinted lenses. They're very thick-rimmed, kind of like new wave, nerdy punk, I would say. And again, they're not overly branded. If you just saw somebody wearing them, unless you knew, you would not know that they were Enfants, Déprimés. But obviously, you've got the co-branding on the inside of the frames. And once you put these on, it's kind of like a more new wavy Elton John kind of look or something. And I've worn these with a variety of pieces, and they've pretty much worked every single time, which is kind of surprising given the color of the lenses specifically, but they just work, and I love that. Now, talking about the head-to-head battle, that's really, really tough. These are grails. Like, people really love these sunglasses, and they've got a new collaborative collection of sunglasses with Jacques Marimage, I don't know how to say it, that are also really cool. But Chrome Heart sunglasses are also on a very, very high level. I'd say even a higher level than the sunglasses that e.r.d. has put out so far. Like, again, there's just a history there. Chrome Hearts has really refined their sunglasses. They do some really incredible ornate stuff with like carving and sterling silver and stuff that's just on that next level from what you've got here. This is an incredible pair of sunglasses, but it's a very specific look, very much what the brand was going for. But Chrome Hearts is like on that super craftsman luxury level that these aren't quite at. All right, and now finally, remember how I said that ring, the belt buckle ring, was kind of like foreshadowing something else? Yeah, it was foreshadowing what is in this bag right here. As soon as I open up the bag, it's got like a smell to it that's just incredible. All right, big reveal. You ready? Boom. This is the hand-studded, I believe like hand-cast, handmade e.r.d. belt. Let me just unroll this here. Boom. This is next level. So this is the full belt version of that ring. The buckle is the same. It has the same rose detailing going on here. It's also got the iron cross, and that's about it. Once you start getting around here, like you get into studs and things like that, where on the ring it was a sort of chain pattern. But being able to transpose this from a belt into a ring is a concept that I would never think of. I don't know if anybody else has ever thought of it, but this is sick. So you go from the buckle itself and the, I don't know, belt holder. I don't know exactly what you call this piece in proper terms, but then you've got studs, both in like stud pointed and circular form. They come in different formations here. And then it gets all the way down to the bottom, and then the belt thins out when it gets to the end. And at the tip, you've got this branded e.r.d. metal tip at the end here. And if you look to the inside of the belt, you can see where every single stud has been turned over, again, by hand, as far as I know. The leather is also very handmade. You've got that feel to it. It seems hand oiled, hand cut. It's got like these blemishes and things that you only get from like really spending your time working on something by hand. And I really, really respect that. Like this piece is pure grail status. At their most recent runway show, they used it in pretty much every single look. And there's a good reason, because this is something that the brand should be proud of. It's really incredible. But when we go to the head-to-head, what do we get? Because once again, it's been a theme in this episode. Chrome Hearts also does all of these things incredibly, incredibly well. Chrome Hearts belts are, I would say, actually very, very similar. They don't have the same punk aesthetic. They're usually more rock and roll, but they are really, really good at these ornate buckles and kind of embellishments and things like that. So I would say that is a complete draw. I would put this up against the best Chrome Hearts belts and vice versa. And I think that's pretty good, because that's another really, really key piece of Chrome Hearts business, or what they're so good at. So e.r.d. being able to keep pace and make something up to that quality, I think is super impressive. So that's all. We have looked at everything. So now I think we have to start trying these on. That's the video. That's the end of our head-to-head series between Enfants, Déprimés, and Chrome Hearts, and I think you'll know my verdict at this point. I think overall, Enfants, Déprimés is the more solid, well-rounded brand. Now, that's not to say you will never be seeing e.r.d. on this channel again. You will absolutely be seeing more of their stuff. I think I've just said my piece on how they stack up against the competition, but make sure you're subscribed, because there will be more, as well as stuff on lots of other fashion subjects. So I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.